have seconds to live.
Sci-fi and fantasy fans are picky, especially when it comes to adaptations. But these 10 movies, they didn't just survive the transition from page to screen, they thrived.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Whether they stayed faithful or got bold with the source, each one earned its place here. And we want your take. What's a book you think Hollywood finally got right? Or totally butchered? Let us know below. Number 10. Ender's Game, Pluto TV.
One the enemy would never expect.
Based on the groundbreaking 1985 novel by Orson Scott Card, Ender's Game brings a bold sci-fi vision to the screen, and it actually sticks the landing. The film follows young Ender Wiggin, a gifted strategist recruited by a futuristic military to help save Earth from an alien invasion. While adapting this kind of internal cerebral story is tough, the movie does a solid job visualizing the high concept elements, like the battle room and zero-gravity combat, while staying mostly faithful to the spirit of the book. Asa Butterfield nails Ender's quiet intensity, and the story's moral twist remains just as haunting as it was on the page. It's not a perfect adaptation, but for fans of the novel, it captures the big ideas: war, empathy, manipulation, without watering them down. And yes, that ending still hits. Number 9. Annihilation, Paramount Plus.
Can you describe its form?
No.
Loosely based on Jeff Vandermeer's novel of the same name, Annihilation is one of the rare adaptations that doesn't just follow the book, it channels its atmosphere. Director Alex Garland admitted the film was more a memory of the novel than a direct retelling, and somehow that works. The movie plunges viewers into the surreal horror of the Shimmer, a mysterious zone where biology breaks down and everything, including identity, mutates. While the plot differs in major ways, the themes of self-destruction, grief, and transformation are preserved with haunting clarity. Natalie Portman leads a cast of scientists through dreamlike terror, mirroring the novel's sense of dread and discovery. It's bold, strange, and divisive, but undeniably faithful to the tone and existential weirdness that made the book unforgettable. For once, not being literal actually does the story justice. Number 8. A Scanner Darkly, Tubi.
It may just be my imagination. Whatever it is that's watching.
Adapted from Philip K. Dick's deeply personal novel, A Scanner Darkly is a rotoscope animated sci-fi trip through paranoia, addiction, and identity collapse. Directed by Richard Linklater, the film captures the disorienting tone of the book almost too well, through a visual style that feels like watching a hallucination in real time. Keanu Reeves plays an undercover cop losing himself in both his mission and his drug use, while trying to navigate a future overrun by surveillance and substance abuse. While the plot takes a few liberties, the emotional core and themes of the novel remain intact. It's a faithful adaptation, not in its exact plot beats, but in the overwhelming sense of confusion, tragedy, and existential dread. It's one of the rare sci-fi films that genuinely feels like stepping into the mind of Philip K. Dick. Number 7. The Hunger Games, Maximum. The Hunger Games was already a cultural phenomenon by the time the film hit theaters, but the 2012 adaptation didn't just live up to the book, it elevated it. With Jennifer Lawrence leading as Katniss Everdeen, the film captures the raw emotion, tension, and bleak dystopia that made the novel so gripping. While some details are trimmed or simplified, as expected, the core themes, survival, rebellion, and sacrifice, are handled with surprising maturity for a YA blockbuster. The adaptation smartly leans into the political commentary and media manipulation present in the book, adding depth without over-explaining. It's faithful, focused, and full of strong performances. For fans of the novel or newcomers alike, The Hunger Games succeeds not just as an adaptation, but as a solid sci-fi film in its own right. Number 6. The Road, Tubi.
There is a God up there. He would have turned his back on us by now.
Few book-to-film adaptations capture the bleak tone and emotional gravity of their source material quite like the road. Based on Cormac McCarthy's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, this post-apocalyptic journey follows a father and son trying to survive in a world stripped of hope, warmth, and humanity. Director John Hillcoat doesn't flinch from the novel's haunting realism. There are no flashy effects or action scenes, just raw survival and emotional weight. Viggo Mortensen's performance as the father is restrained and devastating, echoing the quiet desperation of McCarthy's prose. While the film adds a few visual moments not in the book, it stays remarkably faithful to its spirit. It's grim, intimate, and unshakable, one of the few dystopian adaptations that honors its literary roots with true respect. Number 5. Stardust, MGM+.
But never has there been an adventure.
Based on Neil Gaiman's beloved novel, Stardust is a rare fantasy adaptation that truly captures the heart, charm, and oddball magic of its source. The film follows a young man named Tristan who crosses into a magical realm to retrieve a fallen star, only to discover the star is actually a woman named Yvain. What unfolds is a whimsical, romantic adventure filled with sky pirates, evil witches, enchanted jewels, and unexpected heart. While the movie takes creative liberties, especially in its third act, it still honors Gaiman's story in spirit, blending fantasy and fairy tale with humor and emotion. Claire Danes and Charlie Cox bring warmth to the leads, and Robert De Niro's role as Captain Shakespeare adds a whole new flavor to the story. It may not be a word-for-word retelling, but Stardust absolutely does the book justice in all the ways that matter. Number 4. Children of Men, Prime Video.
Your baby is the miracle the whole world has been waiting for.
Based on the novel by P.D. James, Children of Men is a bleak but brilliant sci-fi vision of a future where humanity has lost the ability to reproduce. The world is crumbling, nations are falling apart, and hope is in short supply. But when one woman turns up miraculously pregnant, a disillusioned former activist, played by Clive Owen, is pulled into a desperate mission to protect her. Alfonso Cuarón's direction is stunning, gritty, grounded, and full of haunting long takes that make the chaos feel all too real. The film takes the book's core premise and builds something urgent and unforgettable around it. It's not flashy sci-fi, it's raw, emotional, and disturbingly possible. If you've never seen it, it'll hit harder than you expect. Number 3. The Martian.
Or you can get to work. This will come as quite a shock to my crewmates.
Andy Weir's novel. The Martian was already a hit with science fans and readers who love survival stories, but Ridley Scott's adaptation takes it to another level. Matt Damon plays Mark Watney, an astronaut left behind on Mars after a mission goes wrong. What follows is a high-stakes, surprisingly funny story of science, resilience, and problem-solving under impossible odds. The movie sticks closely to the book's tone, smart, technical, and full of personality, while bringing NASA-level visuals and blockbuster energy. Watney doesn't just survive, he thrives, growing potatoes in Martian soil and hacking every resource available just to stay alive. Whether you've read the book or not, this is one of the most entertaining sci-fi movies in years, and one of the best examples of science fiction that actually respects the science. Number 2. Dune, Max.
You have proven you can rule yourself.
Frank Herbert's Dune has been called unfilmable for decades, but Denis Villeneuve proved otherwise. This 2021 adaptation doesn't just do the book justice, it honors its complexity, scale, and deeply layered world building. The film covers only the first half of the novel, yet still manages to capture the political intrigue, ecological depth, and spiritual weight that made Dune a sci-fi landmark. Timothée Chalamet leads as Paul Atreides, heir to a noble house suddenly caught in an interplanetary power struggle over the desert planet Arrakis and its precious resource, spice. With stunning visuals, Hans Zimmer's thunderous score, and a loaded cast, Dune is both epic and intimate. It's not a casual watch, but neither is the book, and that's why it works. It takes its source material seriously, and it shows. Number 1. The Prestige.
This is the part with the twists and turns, where lives hang in the balance.
Based on the 1995 novel by Christopher Priest, The Prestige isn't just a great adaptation. It's a masterclass in how to translate a layered literary story to the screen without losing its depth. Christopher Nolan's film stays true to the book's core obsession, the price of greatness. Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman play rival magicians locked in a brutal war of secrets and sacrifice. Nolan keeps the novel's structure, diaries within diaries, timelines folding in on themselves, and uses them to pull off cinematic sleight of hand. And while the film simplifies some elements, it captures the book's central theme. How far would you go to master your craft? The answer, in both cases, is chilling. Like the novel, The Prestige saves its biggest trick for the very end, and it absolutely lands. And that's the list. These films didn't just adapt their source material, they respected it. Some took big swings, others stayed faithful.
We will find a way to get you to the human project, I promise you.
But every single one brought the book's spirit to life. Now we want to hear from you. What's a book you think finally got the adaptation it deserved? Or one Hollywood totally butchered? Drop your picks in the comments. We're always building the next list. If you found something worth watching, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell. We'll be back with more movies soon. Until then, see you on the couch.